Hello YouTube family, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharida and welcome. And in today's video, we are going to do a good old-fashioned head-to-head comparison, you guys. So word is, tea on the streets is one of my favorite vanilla gourmand fragrances. Bianco Latte from the house of Giardini di Toscana has a dupe. But is it really duping? When I talk dupes, I really do like to talk one for one. They will either smell identical or like 98% the same. Where you put this on, you go out here in these streets and people will not know the difference. So does the new fragrance Taskeen Caramel Cascade from the House of Paris Corner stack up? Is it really giving us the luxurious deliciousness of one of my favorite vanillas? Well, you're gonna have to watch to find out. So without further ado, let's jump right in. You guys, before we start, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure notification bell is turned on, set to all, so you don't miss any of my uploads. And if you find any value in the content along the way, be sure to give the video a big thumbs up as it continues to grow my channel here on YouTube. All right, so let's start with my beloved Bianco Latte. It took the world, the net, the TikTok nation by storm, and it has just really still been getting so much hype. I feel like the hype really has not died down for this fragrance, and we are a couple years into having this one in our lives. And so what I get from this is going to be a very sweet, it's rich, it's creamy, enveloping caramel vanilla scent. Now, the caramel in here is accented with some honey, but you also have a very prominent coumarin note in here, and the coumarin is going to be something naturally derived from things like tonka bean. So what I get from this is a beast mode, lactonic, delicious vanilla scent. Though this has honey featured in here, I feel like it plays really well with the caramel to where you smell this and you don't go, oh, this has honey in it, okay? You won't be turned off if you're not necessarily a lover of honey. Very musky, it's a little powdery, it's a little balsamic. It is just everything to me. This is a 10 out of 10 gourmand in my opinion. So when I found out that there was a possible dupe, had to get it. Now, truth be told, I just saw the notes on this fragrance. Here I am on TikTok being influenced. I saw the notes and I just ordered it. I didn't even at the time put two and two together that the notes are pretty much the same as the ones in Bianco Latte. However, that didn't stop me anyway, because I was just really like wanting to get my notes on this scent. Also wanting to get my notes on more fragrances from Paris Corner, because I'm definitely on my deep dive into Middle Eastern fragrances, and I figured that this would be a wonderful blind buy. So I paid I think around under $40 for this. I did purchase it through TikTok shop right when it was released, and I know some of you have been asking, what is the buying experience like on TikTok shop? I had never purchased from them, but my daughter does all the time, and I have to say it was a pleasant experience. I feel like my fragrance shipped about 2 days after I placed the order, and it went USPS, so snail mail. I feel like the whole process, maybe I got it within a week or maybe a week and a half, something like that. So great experience. And y'all, when I first sprayed this, let me tell you, this is going to be one of those that you have to let sit. It is going to hopefully turn into something better, richer, and just a little different as time goes on. So when I first sprayed this fragrance, I have to admit, I was a little underwhelmed. And in the fact that I wasn't really getting Bianco Latte in the initial opening blast. So this one features notes of caramel and milk. You also have a note of tonka bean, honey, and it's rounded off by a base of vanilla and white musk. So the biggest thing that I got from this when I first sprayed it was definitely something really musky. It was giving me a Bianco Latte vibe, but I wasn't getting full on Bianco Latte. It wasn't as sweet to me. It wasn't as thick and rich and creamy and lactonic. Now keep in mind, this is a very much so a brand new release. And so I feel like what this is giving, within the first week of having it, is not going to be what this is probably going to be giving 4 weeks from now. That is just how the Middle Eastern fragrances world can work sometimes, depending on the juice, depending on the house. So immediately I just went on ahead, cleared that straw out, honey. Let it sit. Okay. Came back a couple days later, and I still wasn't getting a full-on Bianco Latte experience in the opening. Now, what I will say is, as this dries down, when this really does settle onto the skin and kind of begins to develop, it definitely smells a lot like Bianco Latte. I would say you're about 95% there, but in my opinion, you really do have to let this dry down before you get Bianco Latte. I do feel like it's still not, it's sweet and rich, but that underlying tone of caramel, muskiness, a little bit of powderiness, and I feel like this is more powdery, you know, and that rich, beautiful tonka bean thing, caramel, honey that we love from this fragrance, you do begin to get it here. Is this going to be a clear, you know, they definitely tried to dupe this? Yes. I don't think they did just a phenomenal job in the dupe, but I feel like to give this a fair assessment, this is probably going to be one of the ones that has to sit, and I mean probably for a few weeks. Now, like I said, if you want this fragrance scent and you do not want to shell out the coins, I think that you can go with the Caramel Cascade, and upon final dry down, you will get a Bianco Latte, and it's very close in the final dry down. However, the opening, they open very different for me. This one, really powdery, a little rough around the edges, and not as sweet. It just was not giving me the full-on rich lactonic thing that I expect to get from the initial blast of this beauty right here. So all in all, I am still going to recommend this as a buy if you are trying to find a really close dupe for Bianco Latte. I just think that it fell a little short in the sweetness and deliciousness department. However, it fully makes up for it towards the end. I would say you're gonna have to wait probably about a good 30-45 minutes before it really starts to give you Bianco Latte. And if you don't have a problem with that, then I would definitely recommend buying it, because this that has great longevity. It does not project as loud as Bianco Latte. The performance is not quite there, but this is like, the performance on this is eternal. It lasts, it really does project, and this one is good. This is great as far as the performance, but this one is good. It really is. It gave me some great longevity, and I really do enjoy the final dry down of this fragrance. So what are your thoughts? Have you tried this fragrance out yet? Are you thinking about getting it? You know, is it on your radar? Like I said, if you're trying to save coins and you want something that's really going to give you this, because I feel like this is somewhat a unique scent. You know, I really do feel like this is a unique something that Bianco Latte has, which makes it really special. Then I would say go ahead and get it, because I'm telling you, after a few weeks, this is going to turn into something really beautiful. It's probably going to get a lot sweeter, a lot richer. All of the things that I feel like is somewhat lacking to give us one for one. But I would definitely say it is absolutely intentionally trying to do Bianco Latte. The notes, the composition, all of that is definitely giving Bianco Latte. So anyone that has both in their collection, drop me a line in the comments. Let me know if you have this, what is your wearing experience? Do you enjoy it? Do you feel like it's just spot on? Do you feel like it falls short in a category, or is this better? Like, do you enjoy this one better? Because honestly, Bianco Latte can be really too sweet for a lot of people. It can be really thick for a lot of people. Where, like I said, I feel like this just goes a little bit more powdery, which can be of help to some people who just feel like this one was teamed too much. You guys, that is our video for today. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Again, make sure notification bell is turned on. It has been real. I love you all, YouTube, and I will catch you guys in the next one.